So I should be professional here and tell you, this video, you can expect me to sum up the update and stuff that happened recently with Halo Infinite. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. We got the big update finally, and I want to do content about it. I really do, but I need to freaking process this. But I will share some key points of this update in this video and highly encourage you, go to the description where I will leave a link to this update, and it is freaking long. It took me a full hour to actually read through it. Not necessarily just read through it because I was taking notes because I was like, oh boy, I'm doing Halo content tonight. But as I was going through it, I have like 2 pages of notes that I just don't see making its way into one long ass video. Maybe, I don't know, but there's just so much to talk about. So what I want to do in this video is just give some quick first impressions. How am I feeling after reading this update? And I want to know how the hell you're feeling after this update and what was your favorite part of it? Because boy, there was a lot of that. And this is definitely the high level update that we've been teased at for like the past, week or two, This is definitely exactly what that update is. It's literally what we've been asking for. Something incredibly behind the scenes, letting us know how things are going, what's like the meaning behind things, and what goes into certain things. And this whole thing kicks off right away with sharing fall 2021. It was kind of jarring at first to just read that and then, think, man, so it's like a full year delay basically. But, they did that for a reason. They put that there because they want to set up that bad news. And it reminds me of Kingdom Hearts 3, how they announced the delay of Kingdom Hearts 3 before E3 because they didn't want to end it on that negative note. They wanted to get the bad news out of the way and then show all those trailers for the game, get us hyped again, and then be like, you can wait a little bit longer for that, right? Right? And that's what Halo Infinite's doing, man, because they just start off with that news, and the whole thing kicks off with Joseph Staten being the person to talk. And it is now confirmed he is the creative director after Chris Lee left. But, if anybody gets to have this next year with Halo, Joseph Staten, I don't think you could do any better than that, man. So him starting this blog and ending this blog is fantastic. And he has a quote towards the end of this that I want to end this video with, because honestly, again, please read it if you don't. I know it's a long read, but goddamn is there such great information in it. Joseph passes the stage to basically the arts and graphics team. They kick this off right away with the biggest, I would say, critique. This entire thing is actually addressing the critiques that people have had between the visual representation of the game and how the community is kind of worried about these, these new skins and coatings and stuff. They address both of those things in this, and it's fantastic what they say, at least in my opinion. The incredible summary of the arts and graphics situation is we wanted to show you guys how the game roughly plays in July. We wanted to show you that work in progress. This is kind of like how the flow of things is, the potential of our world and what we're doing. And it's literally like the foundation to what we're doing. And we have so many other things in progress that, again, I want to do an entire video about, but just lots more about the shading, lighting, textures, so much more textures. They were saying for that demo, basically, they really wanted to make sure the game is running smoothly. It's running smoothly at like high resolution and 60 frames per second, which it was, 4K 60 frames. And now that foundation's there, it's like, let's stack everything else on top of it. And there's a point to that we'll get to later. But there's so many great notes that they bring up here, like how they felt like Halo 5, they were starting to deviate off the course of what Halo is, and now they're going to be stacking all these things with the foundation in place, like ambient occlusion and the shading and blah, blah, blah. So much more improved textures and what goes into the process of lighting this open world between like internal and external environments. It's seriously some really good stuff with the meaning behind what these decisions are as well. And speaking of some great visuals, in this update, we get exactly what I wanted, which is freaking screenshots, baby. Screenshots up the butt, not necessarily, incredible like landscapes and stuff. It's especially of the multiplayer we get to see in this. We get to see a lot more Spartans in this, and our first look at a multiplayer map, which honestly, this map gives me some really nice feels. Yes, it has that military construction-like feel that I want to say like Halo 5 especially had, not necessarily 4. But there's something about like the rotation of it that looks neat. But we get a lot of screenshots of the multiplayer. But speaking of the multiplayer, we get to talk to that side of things about the progression systems and how they want to program this game and what's the longevity of it with the live team. And yes, this live team does basically confirm there's going to be microtransactions in this game. It's a free-to-play game, and we're doing a lot of things because of that Halo's legacy has never done before. But hear us out. This is literally the pillars of every decision we are doing in this game. There's not going to be no loot boxes. We want you to invest your time into this game and be like having fun doing it. We want you to have fun earning these things and not just like hopefully get it in some random thing that you pay for. And because of that, there are going to be premium stuff. And I'm sure that's just going to make a lot of fans angry. Hidden Xperia, if you watch this, love you, man, by the way. He's going to be like, bloody microtransactions. I hate them. They let you have a free-to-play game like this, and they let you have all these free options that they're saying these coatings are apparently going to add over time. I'm totally cool with it. Again, read this thing and you will see like what goes into the decision-making process. But there is so many more surprises to behold because they say these coatings, apparently it's easier. I find this hard to believe, but it's easier to design for coatings than it is for like individual weapon skins. And because of that, they'll be able to add a lot more to this game over time. And also, apparently you're going to be able to unlock things. Praise the Lord. You're going to be able to unlock things again. And I really wanted that. And by unlock, I mean like, remember in Halo 3 when you got certain achievement or something, you got the katana, you would unlock like recon, you know, you would have those kind of trophies to show people. And I love that idea. I want the idea of like unlocking certain coatings by actually doing an achievement or a milestone or something. And they're saying not only is that coming back, but also reach-like customization is coming back, where you're going to be able to adjust your helmet, shoulder pads, wrist, and knee pads, and everything like it, and more. But we can't talk about that yet. They're saying there's a lot more that they have to tell in terms of the customization, and they need to hold on to some surprises for later. But they do have a little snippet that I do want to address in another video, but all I'm saying is they mention fusion coils for some reason. Environmental stuff that you can potentially customize. I don't know what the frick that means, dude. We also found out that there is going to be a actual flight test, something that we have been saying needs to be in this game, and they confirmed there will be a flight test next year before the game comes out. And that's the overall feeling of this whole thing, is that they are listening to the fans and doing the things that we really hope they do to listen to our feedback and make this what they want it to be, which is the greatest Halo game yet that is for the fans, but also coming from fans, from the studio themselves, and potentially making the best Halo game ever. The overall theme in this update is just a lot of love for this game and heavy ambitions. That's the thing that I've always said. Halo Infinite is the most ambitious Halo game there has ever been. And you could tell that this team really does love Halo. You get back to Joseph Staten, and he says what I already thought as I'm reading through this, that this is a team that really does love Halo. And they want to have the players have fun with Halo. And they want Halo to set a new bar for Halo's visuals. And the July demo was not a representation of that. All these things means the team has a lot to work on, and because of that, we need to wait till fall. But Joseph ends this with such a damn beautiful note, dude. I'm serious, this is my fanboy talking, but I legitimately like had an internal happy tear happen when I read this. First, Joe Staten, again, if you don't know who Joe Staten is, he is the person that was like in charge of the narrative, lore elements, cinematics, character designs. Like Joseph was the Halo man. If there's anybody that is like, you know, a person that adores Halo and is kind of like, in a way, the founder of Halo, Joseph is the man in terms of creativity, dude. He is the man. So it's crazy to think that the next year, Joe, not only this next year, but like the past couple months, he has been helping the team to make this game, and he wants to give them time to recharge over the holidays, and it seems like it might be well deserved. And something else Joe says is really interesting is his first week on the job, he played through the Infinite campaign twice. He played through this campaign twice in his first week on the job. So clearly the campaign was, like ready to play. Obviously they didn't want to ship it because there was a lot of bugs and, polish they needed to do and everything, but just like the base state he played. And what follows, I need to read verbatim. I was, in a word, stunned in the best way possible by what the team had done. Infinite is by far the most expansive and vertical Halo world ever. Why did the team do this? Because they understand that wonder and freedom are key to Halo experience. Complete truth, complete fact. That is one of the biggest reasons why Halo 1 is still to this day a lot of people's all-time favorite campaign, is because that game had absolute wonder and freedom all over the place with how you played that game. And I like how he also references, I could feel the classic Halo 30 seconds of fun beating at the heart of Infinite's world, which if you don't know, that is a reference to like how Bungie designed the original Halo games.
We knew that we wanted to keep what was great, that people loved about the Halo experience, that 30 seconds of fun over and over again.
But I have never felt more powerful, more mobile, more in command of a rich set of tactical choices. This is the quote that really gets me, man. It actually shakes me up. Joseph, the man that is arguably the Halo man, that was one of the biggest founding figures and the reason why Halo exists to this day. This was the Halo we imagined back in 2000 finally come to life after 20 years of technical and creative innovation. Freaking kills me, man. It's just all really overwhelming and I need to let it sink in, but please read the article and then I will share more thoughts on various things. But overall, this is exactly what Halo fans wanted. This is something that you're going to see like Hidden Xperia, Halo follower, and everybody doing content on for the next probably a week or two, to be honest. There's a lot of shit to break down, and that's why I don't think I can go over it all in one video, because it's a lot to take in. But as a Halo fan, this post is everything I wanted and more. Giving us the whys, giving us behind the scenes of how things work, showing us a little bit as they talk, because alone, these screenshots don't do enough. When you read the stuff with the screenshots, they are gorgeous. Giving us this feeling that waiting, if we do have to wait till fall of 2021, this blog is the way to announce that and to really give us a feel for what the team is working on. As a Halo fan, I feel blessed right now, man. Let me know what you think in the comments, please. I want to chat about this up like to death. I'm sorry I didn't go over all the news, but again, please read the blog. It'll be in the description. But for now, read the blog and come back to this video and share your thoughts with me, please. For the love of God. I'll talk to you in the comments. Samurai Kibiji. See you at the Game Awards.